All right, so listen. Hey, last week I said that Candy and Tasha, I can't remember my exact words, but I said something along the lines of like Tasha and Candy, like probably, both coming across as the divas in the group. And I want to take all of that back. I'm snatching. I low key wanted to take that review down, but it was already up and it's up and it's up and it's stuck. And on top of it, it kind of got decent numbers to me, so I said, "Girl, she gonna have to just stay up." But because I didn't really think I was gonna watch the review because I put out the review kind of late. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. But I want to take everything I said back last week. Tasha is definitely the problem. Tasha, matter of fact, Tasha and that husband of hers. Matter of fact, I think it's Rocky. Is you know what? You know what I think? I think that Tasha is just like a lot of men and women who get in relationships, and it's my man, my man, my man, my man, and um, whatever the man says, I'm gonna let him, how y'all do. And then Tasha, I guess she's a Christian woman. So I'm sure she's all about the head of the household, leader, protector, all that good stuff. But girl, your man is about to lead you to the unemployment office. Your man is about to lead you down a back alleyway, and girl, y'all ain't got nothing to protect yourselves. Rocky, I think is the issue, and I think that because Tasha. If I say Tamika or Tasha, girl, I get them confused, child. Tasha, I think because of what she probably believes in and stands for and all that good stuff, she just kind of just follows his lead. And with that being said, it's causing. I want Tasha to kind of be like the other ladies. Todd ain't in none of Xscape's business. Ti ain't in none of Xscape's business. Tamika's husband isn't any in Xscape's business. So I'm not exactly sure why your husband needs to be in Xscape's business. He needs to find him some business. Let's just get into the review. We'll talk. Okay. Girl. Listen. Girl, I go up for Tamika. I go up for Tamika because, like I said last week in the community tab, I should have known Tamika was with the mess. When Tamika pulled up to that lady's house, when she pulled up to her mama's house with the Adidas dress on and them 2020 Steve Madden furry slides, I said, oh, okay. I said, okay. Okay, I see what she about to do. Girl, I do believe that Rocky and Tasha stole that lady's money. I do, but I also believe that girl Tamika is an actress. I tell you, Tamika is so dramatic. When I tell y'all, Tamika is so dramatic. When that female scene was out there stomping on the concrete, girl, you know they stole my money. You know they did. Girl, you got the mama. You got the mama with her sister curl wig on, honey, telling the people to cut the camera off. When I say I live for the cameraman, it looked like the cameramen were down the street and they zoomed in. Zoom it. Girl, it looked like the cameramen were down the street and they zoomed in. Girl, it was a mess. I mean, do y'all think I'm gonna say this is what I've seen online. This is not even me exaggerating. I have not seen one person tell me that they think that Tasha and Rocky didn't steal that lady's money. Okay, everybody, 100% of the comments I've been reading has been like, "Girl, they stole that lady money." Right now, two things can be true at the same time. More than two things, honestly. Girl, it could be a fact that Tamika is dramatic, and it also could be a fact that girl they stole that lady's money. Okay. Um, the mama. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Coco and her son Jalen. I absolutely love it. Um, I know that some people probably watched the show and probably had a fit to see that this black woman is um, loves her son and who he is. I love to see it. I love to see it. I love to see it. Um, Candy and Tamika and Tiny meet up. I thought it was funny when Tamika was like, "Girl, this $9.99 dress." I like Tamika. I like Tamika. Tamika just seems like, just down to earth, and she seems funny, and she seems a little bit dramatic. Just all the stuff I like in a diva. You know what I'm saying? Um, um, Rocky and Tasha are talking, and he's like, "Why did my name come up?" Girl, she says it's like she was possessed. Let's just get into the mama in the voicemail. I want to have I want to have somewhat of a serious conversation for the next few minutes, okay? I think that I think that there has to come a point in life where parents need to start looking at their children as grown men and grown women. Um, I just think that a lot of people grow up and they have this thing where you're always a child. No matter, you could be 40 something years old. Like I remember when I was watching Iyanla and remember the Braxtons were on there and Mama Evelyn, Tamar was upset about something. And the mama, what they call her, Miss Evelyn, was like basically telling Tamar to shh, shh. And then Trina was like, okay, and then remember Trina was like, okay, mommy. And it just made me cringe. I'm like, girl, y'all are 40, 50 something year old women. Girl, divorced, girl, kids. And you're like, okay, mommy. Okay, mommy. Like, the truth of the matter is, this is no tea, no shade. If Tamar didn't shut up, what is your mama going to do about it? Was she going to bend you over and spank you? What is she really going to do at your big age, pushing 50? What is your mama going to do to you? Because if you feel disrespected, no matter if Tamar was right or wrong in the situation, if you felt disrespected, then you feel disrespected. So all I'm saying is with this mama on this show, she calls Tamika. And she basically tells Tamika that, what does she say? You don't have enough God in you to listen to righteousness. Well, who's the righteousness? She says, if I hear you jumping on your sister, it ain't going to be nothing in this world to keep me off from kicking your tail. And the first thing that popped in my mind was, if the mama was to jump on you and hit you, are you going to hit her ass back? Me personally, as a man, if my mama ever hit me, I would never hit my mama back. I just would probably cut off all communication. I don't have a problem not talking to people. You better ask about me. I would probably cut off all communication. If that happened with my sisters, I wouldn't feel no type of way about it because I look at my sisters like as grown ass women. I look at like you so like if my mama hit my sisters and my sisters popped her back, I would be like, well, you shouldn't have hit her. That's how I would look at it. So for the mama to call Tamika and all in the same breath, you're bringing up God, you're bringing up righteousness, and you're bringing up the fact that you'll kick your daughter's tail. Not if she disrespects you, but if she disrespects your other daughter. I'm so happy, and I've said this multiple times on my channel, I'm so happy I don't have to deal with that in my life. Like, I don't get none of that from my grandmother. The way that y'all be going through it with y'all mamas and daddies and grandmamas, I don't get none of that from I don't get none of that from my mama. They don't act like that in my family. They really don't. So that's why I guess because I've never had to be in that situation, I don't understand it. But I honestly don't understand how as grown women, as we're 40 and 50 and 60, like you just let your mama talk to you any kind of way. Because I'm not going to let you disrespect me. 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 That's anybody. That's mama, daddy, grandmama, grandfathers included. Nobody's disrespecting me. Not at no big ass age of 40. Girl. But Tamika comes from a family. We're about to shake the table. Tamika comes from a family. She comes from that family of black folk who use the Bible, who use God. They manipulate the Bible. They manipulate the word to get over people. They use the Bible to justify them being bitches and assholes in real life. They do. And that's exactly what's going on with Tamika's mama and her sister. They're assholes in real life. They're mean. They're probably evil. And then they justify them being able to do what they do by bringing the Bible into it. You heard what Tasha said. I'm the older sister. What did she say? Something about I'm the older sister. Being the older sister, I can say that, fix it. They believe in that. Like the mama, the oldest sister, all that stuff. So now Tamika is on this island by herself because now she got to go against her mama and the sister. And because they both believe in the same thing and Tamika's starting to kind of break free from that, she's the problem. Every time you look up, Tasha got to pray about some fucking thing. No, you got to go home and ask your husband. They tell it. She's telling Candy and Tiny. Tiny laughing the whole time. I don't think Tiny was laughing at Tamika. I think Candy was making facial expressions, and Tiny was laughing at Candy's facial expression. I don't think she was laughing at Tamika. Now, could it still come across as rude? Yeah, but it's kind of like, girl, I think that they already know the tea, so it's kind of like I used to have that bad too. I have like a real bad thing when it comes to laughter. I used to get in trouble at work all the time about it. Well, not all the time, but I've gotten in trouble at work about it before. Because sometimes it's like a nervous laughter. You know what I'm saying? And some people think you're being disrespectful, and it's like, I'm really not being disrespectful. I don't know why I'm laughing. I don't know why I'm laughing. Like, you don't know why you laughing, but you're laughing, girl. But Tiny was laughing. I thought that was kind of funny. I think the mama is a mess, and I think the mama is part of the reason why the sisters are in a bad space. Just like Taj I think she said it in her confessional. They're going to have to get to a point where it's kind of like, okay, girl, that's your mama, but girl, y'all need to sit down as grown women and figure it out. And I guarantee you, if they sit down and compare notes, girl, if Tamika got even a little bit of sense, she'll come to realize that the mama been a problem the whole goddamn time. And now it's probably her husband, too. Anyways, y'all heard when Tiny walked in and said, Candy, you always goddamn... I thought something was on my tube. She said, Candy, you always goddamn eating. Girl, Candy. Candy. Even your sister, girl, just said you always goddamn... What says Candy is going to eat. One thing Candy going to do is eat. Anyways, Lily and her sister, they sound just alike when they talk. Lily swear up and down that they just cooked a professional breakfast. Girl, they scrambled some eggs, threw a couple of slices of bacon in a pan. Girl, opened up some biscuits. Girl, popped them in the oven 350 for 12 minutes. And she talking about, girl, this look professional. Girl, no, it don't. It don't. I would eat it, but it don't look professional, girl. Lily lets us know about her childhood. You know, she kind of had it rough. Got pregnant at 15, worked 2 part-time jobs. Her mother, at least her mom didn't kick her out, child. Mother helped take care of her daughter while she was at work. And that was pretty much what she said. She said her first check she got the first thing she bought was a king size mattress. I don't think she had a mattress. That is so sad. Um, Tiny is at another home. Tiny says that I think they have 5 houses. I don't know if they have 5 houses in Atlanta. I mean, I don't know if I'm hoping they don't. If they do, I'm assuming they might be rentals. I don't know. I don't know nothing about Tiny and T.I.'s situation. Not like that. But I think she said something about having 5 houses. And I was like, I hope they ain't got 5 houses in Atlanta. And again, unless they might be rental properties, but girl, Atlanta ain't even that big. Okay, I guess maybe on one side of the town and one on the other. I guess, God, I don't know, child. Do what y'all want to do, girl. That's y'all money. But she says, I'm not spoiled or rich, but I live pretty decent. I know that's right. That's cute. I can't wait to say I got 5 houses and then still try to act, still try to be humble about it. I'm not rich. I mean, I live pretty decent. Bitch, you just said you had 5 houses. Oh, girl, she said when she wrote No Scrubs with Candy, she said that's when she realized that the money you can make. So, girl, shout out to Tiny. They are about to have the meeting, right? And I don't even, Candy don't even drink, and I think Candy. Candy don't even drink. And I think Candy even took a sip of whatever they had. That's how you know. That's how you know, girl. She was like, girl. But just like Tiny said, we're too old. We're too grown and too old to let this mess come between our money. Like, girl, this is the thing, right? In real life, whatever issues that y'all have, clearly, they're not that big of a deal, because if they were, when you don't like somebody, it's just, I'm not being in a room with them. I don't want to be like, so what I'm getting at is because y'all are still y'all are still working at this point, even shooting this show, right? So it's like, even with y'all having whatever, issues that y'all have, clearly they're not that deep to the point where y'all can't even be around each other. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, girl, if y'all don't get y'all old asses on that stage and get to the money, girl, sing them songs, girl, get you a check, and go on about your business. Like, Tasha would be the one that would make, like, I could see somebody in the group, like, ready to slap the shit out of Tasha. Because it's like, girl, you're doing a lot. And I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Got my stomach growling. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. In Xscape, I know some of y'all say Candy can't sing, but in Xscape, inside of Xscape, wait, what's wrong with Xscape, they have 4 people that can sing. Even if one person left the group, they still have a strong enough unit in their voices, that that one person not gonna really change nothing. So even if Tiny left, they still have the sisters and Candy. They can still go on. Even if Candy left, they still got the sisters and Tiny. Or even if Tasha left, they still got Tamika, and Tamika can sing, and they still got Tiny and Candy. So what I'm saying is, regardless if Tasha is part of the situation or not, they're going to be okay. They don't really need you, Tasha, like that. They really don't. And from what I've seen, Xscape been on tour with just Tamika, Candy, and Tiny, and I ain't never heard nobody say they're not going. The people that's going are the people that's gonna go. So you got SWV. Not to be shady, but this is just the truth. They need Coco. Coco is SWV. They can't go on tour without Coco. At all. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. Nobody can sing Coco part. We ain't never even really heard the other girls sing, honestly. Coco is SWV. So Tasha does have this kind of like they need me attitude, and it's like, girl, they really don't. Now Tasha can sing. When Tasha was singing at the end, I was like, okay, Miss Thing still, okay, Miss Thing. Miss Thing can sing. Okay, I said, okay, Miss Tasha. But Tasha, girl, all I'm trying to say is you don't have the resume to back up your fucked up attitude. You don't. You don't. I'm sorry. Somebody got to say it. Tasha is definitely a singer. But mama, the resume and that attitude of yours, they don't align. You walking around here like you got number one, sitting on number ones, on number ones, on number ones, on number ones, sitting on number ones, on number ones, on sitting on number ones, on number ones, on sitting on number ones, baby. And you don't. Yes, Tasha can sing. But clearly, her being able to sing, it ain't enough. So they start talking. Tasha, this is the thing. Okay, at the end of the episode, did y'all see how Tasha walked in to the meeting with the label? Tasha came across as likable. She came across as someone who just had a nice personality. That's the time, and this is the God honest truth. I don't know if Tasha knows this, but Tasha, you probably shouldn't have did reality TV because everybody has come to the agreement that you are the problem and that your attitude is fucked up and that you are an asshole. That's my new word. Instead of, you know, I like to say B-I-T-C-H a lot. So my new thing is not to call y'all B-I-T-C-H's. I'm just going to call y'all assholes. I feel like that's nice. Because if that's for men or for women. I mean, girl, quite as good, but B-I-T-C-H's for men and for women too. But you know what I'm trying to steer away from calling women B-I-T-C-H's, but I said I'm about to call y'all something. Like, y'all got to be, so I'm just so asshole. Asshole is a nice, just, you asshole. I just, Tasha's all over the place. She tells them that they, you know, basically they always sweep stuff under the rug and it just piles up and piles up and piles up. And then Tamika says, basically, let's talk about the issue then. She don't want to talk about it. Tasha, you just said that the issues pile up and they sweep them under the rug. And then you try to make it seem, you try to make it seem as though, now we're going to have to call a thing a thing. Tamika is a liar. Tamika is a liar. However, to Tasha, why are you trying to act like your sister when she was lying? Girl, the lie was for you. Girl. The lie was for you, girl. But then in the meeting, Tasha says she don't want to talk about it. Like Tamika said, they already know what's going on. So why are we not talking about it? Tasha said she got to pray about it. Girl, everything. Girl, you got to pray about everything. You just can't give to the yes or no right now. Like, girl, we just can't talk about girl, like what? Girl, I would be so frustrated dealing with somebody like Tasha. Girl, I would. I would be so frustrated. Girl, I would be sitting there, girl, Tamika, Tiny, girl, you have to go. Can you make me a drink, girl? Cause I'm about to hit it, girl. Girl, make me a straight up Casamigos. I want like a half a glass. Don't put no ice. Don't put no juice. Just bring it to me straight. Cause girl, that's the only way I'm gonna be able to get through this meeting, girl. Because girl, bitch, girls making my nerves. You know, some people the alcohol use increase. Like, girl, I need something to come out there. I need a cocktail. Tasha, you a mess, girl. That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was about to say earlier. Like with Tasha, Tasha used to realize that with her being on reality TV, it's even not about your talent. Unfortunately, it's really about you being likable and people wanting to buy what you're trying to sell. And if you come across as an asshole on TV, nobody is going to want to buy what you're selling, no matter how talented that you are. Look at Cardi B. Cardi B ain't the best rapper out there, but Cardi B has a personality that brings people in, so therefore people will support Cardi B. Cardi B could be on reality TV, right? Tasha don't need to be on reality TV. Tasha's one of those people that needs to stay far away from reality TV because her personality is just not likable, which means it's going to turn the viewers off, which means it's going to turn potential, a consumer off because they don't want to support nothing you got going on because in their head it's kind of like, ugh, girl, her attitude is nasty. And girl, we're going to have to call another thing a thing too. Girl, While Candy may not be a Beyonce, while she may not be the best singer in the group, the truth of the matter is Candy has a very big platform. And girl, the last thing you want to do is piss off people who like Candy. Because they damn sure ain't going to support you. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Tasha came out with a song that I like, Mess Up Attitude and All, if I like the song, I like the song. Because Kelly Price is another one that was on reality TV whose attitude was horrible. But girl, to me, Kelly Price is Kelly Price. Like, attitude and all, like, I still like her songs. So for me, I could look past it, like, oh, girl, she a mess on TV. But, I mean, girl, I'm really not gospel fish like that. Like, you know, well, the gospel music I listen to, it's the older music. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't see myself getting into any newer music from Tasha that's gospel. Like, girl, I don't want to really hear it. But if I just ran across it and it was a cute song, like, oh, it's a cute song. You know what I'm saying? Tamika tells Tasha, you walk in with a chip on your shoulder. She does. Like, she really walks in, like, and then Tamika was talking. No, I keep calling her Tamika. Her name is Tamika, but Tiny. Tiny is talking, and girl, Miss Thing grabbed her YSL bag. She grabbed that YSL. That was a nice bag, Tasha. I said, oh, that's a cute YSL bag. I said, is that the bag that she bought with Tamika money? Yeah. That's a cute YSL. I said, I know they ran you about probably about 45. They ran you about 4. Because the leather one, that's about 37. They probably ran you about 4. I want to look it up. Let's look and see how much that bag costs. That's part of the money that they stole from Tamika, allegedly. YSL bag. Hold up, purple. It was purple. Dark. I'm gonna put dark purple. Was that suede? I'm gonna put suede. Let's see how much they done spent on this bag. That ain't it. That ain't it either. That ain't it. Okay, I'm thinking they're probably around 35 with tax. I can't find it. That ain't it either. That ain't it either. Wasn't it like a dark purple, grayish? Was it gray or purple? Let's see how much this help to spend on this bag. You know I'm nosy fish. Hold up, gray suede. That wasn't it either. Okay, so we just gonna assume that bag was about 30. Oh, was this it? Ooh, that's not it. It's too small. So she spent about 35 on that bag. So they spent about 35 out of that 30,000 they took from Tamika. It went to Nordstrom and bought that bag, allegedly. Taj is back home with her family. Her husband Eddie. Let me stop lusting over these people's husbands. That's that Alala spirit coming out of me, girl. Sometimes she come and I have to like suppress her, girl, because she be wanting to come out, and I be having to remind myself, girl, don't go, girl, leave it alone, girl, leave me alone. Coco and her mama. I thought it was funny when she asked her mama, "Do she be humping?" Same thing for Coco. Coco grew up in the church, but at least with Coco's mama, her mama don't come across as like Gloria, because Gloria is a hot ass mess. She said her mama really didn't support her career at first until she bought her a car, because again they grew up in the church. I think her mama can sing. I think she was like what did she say, vocal coach or something for like Luther Vandross before Luther Vandross was Luther Vandross. Jalen is now into music. I remember Coco talking about this a couple of years ago. She did not want him to be a part of the music industry. Jalen, girl, you better listen to your mama, child. Your mama telling you stuff that she know. Okay? She did not want him to be a part of the music industry. He was supposed to be, wanted to be a dentist, and I guess somewhere along the line he changed his mind. I mean, girl, people want to, chase after their dreams. If that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. But Jalen, I would advise you to listen to your mama. She was very. I remember when I saw her doing an interview, she was very like stern about him not being a part of the music industry. So be careful, girl. Candy and Tamika. I mean, Candy and Tasha. I put Tamika. See, I get them sisters confused. Candy and Tasha, listen. We'll never really know what happened between Candy and Tasha because I'm sure if you put them in two separate rooms, you're going to get two separate stories. And somewhere in between, we have to just figure out the truth. Me personally, I think that Candy started to have an issue with Tasha on that towards their third album when they thought that when Candy, I believe Candy, I think they were trying to make Tasha go solo because that was also around. I'm not gonna say around the time, but I remember Tasha having a few solo songs. She was on the Best Man. What was that song called? Hold up. She was on the Best Man soundtrack. That song actually still kind of hit to this day. Quiet as it's kept. Liar, liar. Yes, liar, liar. LaTasha Scott. That was in 1999. The Best Man soundtrack. So she got a couple of songs out there that probably could prove Candy's point. But at the end of the day, I do think it was Tasha. I think that Candy probably, when she probably realized what was going on, she probably started to be vocal. And then Tasha was probably like, oh, you just jealous that, I sing all the leads. Because the truth of the matter is, while Tasha probably was a lead singer, they all, to me, still sung. Like, it wasn't one of those, it wasn't like a Destiny's Child where Beyonce always sung and then Kelly sung after her. And then the other two was just background singers. It was always, to me, Xscape, or it was like SWV where Coco always sung the leads, right? But Xscape, girl, I felt like they kind of fairly had, you will hear Candy sing sometimes, you will hear Tiny sing, you will hear Tamika sing, you will hear Tasha sing. I think that the consensus was that Tasha had the best voice, but I would say that they probably, but I'm not like this big Xscape fan either, but I would say that they probably did their fair share of singing. So I could see how when we get to like album 3, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden, girl, did Tasha sing a lot on the third? Because the third album is my, girl, Traces of My Lipstick, perfection. I don't care what nobody say. Did Tasha sing a lot on that album? She sung most of Softest Place on Earth, I think she sung. Ooh, ooh, I'm about to listen to that. You're the first thing, the things that make me cry. Show you, yes. Nothing that I do inside. Late night from the minute of me what you wanna do. And we all night about who's been sleeping with you, yeah. And no matter what people say, it can change the way I feel. If I'm sitting by, I gotta keep it real with myself. Cause as bad as I wanna leave, it's the hardest thing for me. Yes! God, it's great! Alright, but anyways, yeah, Tasha think that it was some resentment from Candy, some jealousy, I guess. She also think that I guess Candy was back there sucking dick because all of a sudden out the blue, Candy came out with a solo project. This is the thing. We're gonna have to call a thing a thing. Tasha is a gorgeous woman. Candy was a gorgeous girl, right? None of the women in the group are unattractive women to me. But when you go back, to like the traces of my list of like Candy was the most out of the sisters, she was the most marketable at that time, right? We know they're not gonna let the dark skinned girl, fat girl, you know what I'm saying? So Candy, who is still reasonably, got a little shade to her, a little, but she's still kind of like the thin, attractive girl who, So I could see it being easier for them at the time because that's what they based stuff off of, not necessarily just talent. Because if that's the case, Tasha would have had a singing deal a long time ago, right? But I don't think it had anything to do with Candy. Like it all of a sudden, she tried to make it seem like Candy, like sabotage her career. No, I just think that that's at the time with how the record label is, the music industry is set up. It's kind of like, girl, they was gonna look at Candy first. You know what I'm saying? That would be easier to put her out first. Anyway, child, that was pretty much it. You know, she went to see the gospel label. She sings a song. The song didn't sound like a gospel song. I think it was called Full Time Lover or something like that. I said, this is weird. She's singing Full Time Lover at the gospel record label. I said, okay, I guess, girl. Okay, girl, I guess. All right. I'm just gonna be honest. Kitchen table talk. It came across as Otasha, and it came across to me as though Tasha and Rocky were scam artists, and I'll tell you why. They're sitting there at this record label. They're asking them these questions. Rocky is just smiling. Tasha half-ass want to answer the questions. They're asking her, have you told your members Xscape yet about this? No, I want to pray about it. And girl, here we go about to pray about it again. Shit. I want to pray about it. And I'm like, okay, girl. It just came across as really like janky to me. It's almost like, girl, y'all done lied y'all way to the top. Y'all lied y'all way to this meeting. But I also understood what Tasha was saying too about basically she go out and tell people she going solo and then it don't work out. Then it's like, okay, girl, now I'm back to trying to beg to get back in the group. So I can see Tasha. It's kind of like a pregnancy, right? You don't want to start telling people too early, right? Just in case something happened. So that's pretty much what she said. I don't want to start telling people too early, just in case this don't work out. Then I can just go back to, girl, just go back to the group, I guess. But if this work out, then girl, deuces. I don't know, girl. Tasha and Rocky are a mess to me. A mess. All right. That's pretty much it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.